A new Dutch company, Trust2i, has been created to bring together world-leading experts and companies to help countries deal with the combined impacts of climate change, ecological destruction and poverty. Trust2i aims to help suffering communities enhance their social and ecological justice by providing them with the means to deploy data for systems transformation and take advantage of legal and financial innovation to move investments forward that empower social entrepreneurship and effective change. The first demonstration will be in Kisumu County in Kenya, working with the governor. The recently re-elected governor has an ongoing plan for the rebirth of Kisumu City and County, which will lead to it being a beautiful place to live in, work in and visit by 2030. The plan is to create beautiful sites and places for tourists to enjoy and to create many more jobs by cleaning up the water in the lake, stopping siltation from local streams and better managing waste, all of which will improve the health of citizens and visitors. The governor is pushing hard along the journey to a clean, green, healthy and attractive lakeside city. The challenge is how to move this forward with county finances under strain after the COVID outbreak. At the moment, major local businesses like the airport, the port, the new railway link, the lakefront developments and hotels are looking to build up their services and users. They see that if the governor is able to deliver on the 2030 plans, their businesses can thrive even more and their asset values will go up. They will be able to further invest and create more jobs. And they'd like to do that sooner rather than later. But the current reality is that lake pollution, water hyacinth ingress and siltation of the shallow Lake Victoria basin are holding back progress. Local residents have very poor sanitation facilities and pollution goes into the lake. Farmers in Kisumu County are struggling with productivity. They're losing topsoil and are dealing with climate change impacts, all of which is holding back the economy. Fisherfolk are losing livelihood because of lake pollution and water hyacinths stopping them fishing. Young people are struggling to find jobs locally and are having to leave for the bigger cities. It is a water, food, energy and health systems problem that urgently requires systems solutions. Trust2i is already helping Kisumu County to bring local community stakeholders together and will provide them with the tools and private capital to move forward, creating new jobs through social entrepreneurship that addresses the problems directly through a systems approach. The idea is to create a Kisumu hub where everyone can come along free of charge and be able to share ideas, access and create a common data platform, and scenario test new ideas and business models. The hub will be supported by local respected science, data and technology experts. The impacts of these new businesses on improving health, the environment and the economy will be able to be measured. The large businesses will be invited to join the hub and will be able to find out how their plans can be fast-forwarded to take advantage of a clean, green future being envisaged by the community. They'll be asked to build into their plans the making of realistic payment contributions into a dedicated new fund managed by Trust2i. The payments will be contingent on the improvements and a clean, green, attractive city being realised. Trust2i will link the fund and Kisumu projects with private and catalytic investors who are looking for impactful projects in Kenya and are currently frustrated with a lack of good investments at the right scale, ones in which measurements of impact are made well, and ones in which real social progress can be seen to be made. They'll be looking for sound revenue-generating plans in the new business ventures in the medium term, and will then provide the missing startup capital. Now coming to the systems magic that the community stakeholders and business entrepreneurs can generate, supported by the Kisumu Hub Fund and the Hub Systems operating tools. Let's start with agriculture and the introduction of regenerative practice, including agroforestry, which cuts soil loss by up to 80% and uses fertilizers made from locally sourced waste products, like digested human and animal waste, with water hyacinth, ash, and added enzymes. Agroforestry increases carbon sequestration, and funding can be generated from voluntary business offsets. Water recharge, retain and reuse practices can avert flooding and lower erosion, preventing the fast silting up of dams and reservoirs. All these benefits are already being demonstrated at small scale in Kenya. Rolling all this out at scale will reduce the amount of precious minerals and silt that run off into the lake. Farming yields will go up, and new business ventures supporting this will be able to get revenue from the money diverted from past wasteful practice, and they'll get a share of the increased production revenues. Food supplies and export revenues will be more secure into the future. Immediately, this opens up a pathway for improved fishing, clearing access to the port with less dredging, and it'll make the waterfront less polluted. All of these will show companies that their contingent payments are realising their benefits. Let's turn now to sanitation, freshwater and health. The Finnish Mondial programme has already shown that with around $44 per person investment support from the Hub Fund, communities will be able to fund and build their own toilets, creating around 40 years of full-time employment for every 1,000 people serviced. New jobs will be created from toilet emptying, cleaning and supplies of soap and materials. But most of all, population health will improve, women will be more productive and the lake gets cleaned up. Now the clean green city is emerging for residents and tourists, and the contingent funding can be seen to be working. More visitors, more economic activity and the rollout of clean electric transport will need more energy. Here, water hyacinth and human waste collected from toilets can play a role. As already shown in Kisumu at small scale, investment in new businesses doing anaerobic digestion of water hyacinth combined with human waste can yield significant energy power to the grid and gas for cooking. It can also provide fertiliser for the regenerative farming, another systems benefit which provides revenue flow opportunities. As the hyacinth is pulled out, fishing grounds become more accessible again, and fisher folk can catch fish better and more safely, and the port can function more efficiently. Now the stage is set for visitors to come and enjoy the people, the local food, the sunsets, the cruises, and the golf. Water treatment will now be less onerous, as pollution of the lake and the wells is reduced, and so increasing water supply will be more practical. A final important step will be to manage, recycle and upcycle waste across the county so that streets, public spaces and the lake are clean and free from plastic. A comprehensive system, including managing packaging, will enable a circular economy to be created as a model for Africa. The Kisumu Hub will provide the data to enable this to be realised by social entrepreneurs. Please join us to help Kisumu stakeholders realise their potential and then scale this up to other regions in Africa. Thank you.